They say if you love something, let it go, and if it comes back, it's meant to be. Welcome to Unpopular Kids. We're back. Cool.
We're back!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to season 2 of Unpopular Kids, where seasons matter when you have a web series.
Football season.
We have a desk now and mics in front of us because we're constantly evolving to be something greater and better and stronger and faster. I'm the Jovenshire. Thanks for tuning in. To my left is my favorite person here on the podcast. It's NikoleZ.
Wow, I'm your favorite person?
Yeah, when you're
I mean, considering that you guys are the other options, but thank you.
Not that difficult
Thank
to make that decision. To kill some of the magic a little bit, normally we shoot the show on Thursdays, so his shirts are actually a lie, but now we shoot on Fridays, so Casual Friday's a real thing. Matt Raub.
The shirts are not a lie. It's a casual cat shirt. Boom. Curls for the girls. Just curls for the girls.
What about for the boys?
You know what I'm talking about. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
It's not about other people.
I get it, all
Get
right?
away
It's
from
just
that
one app.
scary moment. I can dance better than him, and that's not a lie. We have FLitZ.
That sounded like a lie.
Wait,
That sounds like
it's not
something a liar says.
You may be a professional dancer in this life or the next or the past, but I'm still better. And today, our very special guest, a very good friend of mine. I'm in love with him and his hair, Mr. Jack Conway.
Hi, everybody.
for the hair.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It's fantastic because now you're on our podcast.
Yes.
But I've been on some of your podcasts before, and you have a new one.
Yes.
Tell us about that a little bit, please.
And uninvited, you just showed up to ours.
Yeah.
But you did a great job. I mean, we didn't expect you. But no, my show is called Punch Drunk TV, and it is a podcast about getting drunk, watching television, and yelling at that television. So during the day, if you have to be in a cubicle, and you want to basically hang out with two guys getting drunk and yelling about television, you can tune into Punch Drunk TV and join our
Do I have to have a cubicle to enjoy the show?
You do not.
All right, cool.
Great question, Matt. Thank you.
Great.
Yeah,
All right.
'cause some of us
It
have
does
our own
heighten
offices.
the audio experience, but you don't need it. Before we get into the heart of the episode,
Science.
I want to talk about the this thing,
What?
right? The UN at the bottom of the screen. If you're watching on YouTube, there's an annotation over that will take you to the end of the episode where we have a little menu, and then you can actually pick and choose the topic that you listen or watch. But if you're listening to us on SoundCloud, thanks for being a friend. Wait, stop that. I don't want your finger there. Okay. Anyways, we like
The
to start
audio-only
off this
version's
show,
gonna
and this
love
time we're
that.
going to start off this series with a good old-fashioned lightning round.
crap.
Bring on the thunder.
I like these microphones.
Yeah.
That was
Boom.
fantastic.
Thanks.
Thank you for
You sound
adding
a lot
to
like
that.
Sam Smith in the opening of The Spectre.
That's exactly what I was going
Good.
for. Tint of dubstep.
Jack, I don't need to explain to you how a lightning round works.
You do
because
not.
It's like, lightning round. We used to
I've
have a
seen the
time
show.
limit, but I'm saying screw you, time limit. I do what I want. But this first question is for you, Jack. Now remember, we
ready.
get these questions from you guys, the audience, and all you have to do is tweet us or leave a comment below using the hashtag UnpopularKids. And this one was sent to us by @PokeMadness1996.
Okay.
it.
Okay.
What do you want, or who do you want cast as Captain Marvel in the MCU?
Oh my God, what a great question. And I'm sorry I don't know the actress's name off the top of my head, but she plays Lagertha on Vikings on the History Channel. Flawless, she'd be perfect.
Angela Bassett.
That's it,
Yeah.
yes. Angela, no,
Yeah.
she should have been Storm, and you know it. Everyone knows that. Anytime she's on screen, she should have been Storm. But I'm sorry, I can't think of the actress's name. But if you've ever seen the show Vikings, or look it up right
love
now,
the show
Vikings,
Vikings. I've heard
Lagertha,
you
it's
talk
one
about it
of
a
the
few
best
times.
shows on television. It's better than Game of Thrones, shots fired.
Flash is better than Game of Thrones also. So.
Flash is real good. Wow, that's a different show topic. I might be Team Joven on that one, actually.
Podcast to talk about.
Yeah, so I guess there's my. I do a show about television. I should probably know the names of actors.
Nah.
That one chick who's hot, who's got the side hair.
Next question. This one's for you, FLitZ. This one came from @LateGodsland. As big as GTA 5 is, what would you like for the next GTA to be about, and where should it take place?
Oh, damn.
Wow. I mean, I would love for a corruptible music industry GTA, and maybe I know it's corrupted. It's a music
So it
industry.
tracks.
but it's
Empire? Is that
corrupted.
what
Like
the show
gangsters,
Empire's
you know,
about?
the music industry's Empire.
You want
Empire.
Empire.
I want Empire, and it's going to take. Because I was going to say it could take place in New York. The only other place would be Japan. Oh, what J-pop crime?
That was called Sleeping Dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yakuza
that's in
games.
China. You're a racist.
I didn't play the game. I don't know.
I thought Def Jam Fight for New York was hands down literally one of my favorite games from the original Xbox,
used
and it
to
was
play it a
that.
lot.
Like you
was.
you were fighting Ludacris and stuff, and Danny Trejo, and like it was the weirdest
take
game.
Luda.
Omar Epps
didn't know
was
that
in
was
it.
a
That's
game.
actually how
It was
most
a
people should
fighting
just settle
game.
conflict.
Yeah,
Just
but
put
the
them in
whole
a fighting game.
But the whole storyline was moving up in the rap game basically, and like having to battle
fighting.
Ludacris bare knuckle.
What are you nodding for? Like you came up with the idea.
It's completely
He's
original.
feeling the idea.
Next question. This one's for Nicole from @MysteryChick1. What is your favorite race, guild, and shout in Skyrim?
Wow.
Okay.
All three.
Great questions. Great questions. What was first? Guild.
Guild.
I
Oh,
kind
no,
of
race is first.
Oh, right. Okay.
Race is always
Okay.
first.
Bosmer,
Yeah.
the wood elf. I love wood elves. I mean, snow elves are my favorite race within the.
Because they're glamorous.
But they don't exist because they're extinct and they've evolved into the Falmer because what the dwarves did to them back before Oblivion. So I prefer the wood elves
That's
and
hot.
their ability to talk to animals. And then so favorite guild, I really like the Dark Brotherhood. I thought their quests were cool. You got good loot. Thieves Guild, not my favorite. I know it's a lot of people's favorite guild and not my fave. I love the mages.
Can you pick one?
The Mages Guild was great.
one
It's not really
guild. Come on, we
guild
have the
for a
rest of the show to
college.
get
I mean,
to.
you know,
Lightning
stay in
round.
school. And then
Your
shout.
shout.
I like when he goes, Voos. Like that.
What is Voos?
Well, it's also
do?
part of like
Wait, what was the
Voos
first?
Roda.
Okay.
Like,
Boos.
So
Yeah.
it's
I
the
got you.
first
I got you.
step of
Voos
that
Roda.
shout.
I like shouting about dragons.
Okay, good job. Next question.
We were talking about Arrow and Flash, and you were totally lost.
I'm caught
Matt
up
Rob
on both those
Nowfield.
shows.
No,
You
it's
guys
all
are
right.
just like in alternate Earth 7.
Okay, all right. First of all,
Next question from
616.
@MrMonkeyman7774, Matt Rob.
Monkey Man.
Assuming you've seen the new Goosebumps movie, what are your thoughts on it?
That's a fair assumption to make because I have seen it.
Lucky you.
No, it's really difficult for me as an adult to go to a movie made for kids.
Oh, so we were
I
right in
used to
that
enjoy
episode.
movies made for kids, but
surrounded by
now
toys.
no. All right, well these are awesome though.
Why
but,
is his head backwards?
Red round. No, I think I think the Goosebumps movie had its moments, but there's too much of the like wacky teen movie moments, which I was into the wacky teen movie stuff in the 80s and the 90s,
You know, when you were a teen.
in the
ish.
70s.
Okay, yeah.
But now it's not. It wasn't really good.
We did talk about it in a previous episode. It was something that should have been for the 90s nostalgia audience, but was made for a new wave of
However,
kids.
I do think that Jack Black did a great job also as the dummy. I think he did a really good job as both.
Oh, he did the voice?
Yeah, he did the voice of like that. He did the
That
voice
was
of
a joke.
everything.
Like,
yeah.
burn Jack Black.
That dummy.
Kid jokes.
No, but he did a good job.
Well,
he
you
did,
go,
he was
Jack
the voice
Black.
Of yeah, it was some moments.
He's a good actor.
There was
I like
some
him.
moments.
Next question.
gotta yell
Back to
lightning
Jack
round.
for it's from @new_Bruno_ because underscores are awesome. What do
don't
you
actually
think
need to read
about the
them.
Yeah, you
new
don't
Netflix Marvel series, Jessica Jones? Do you think we'll see her as Jewel?
Ooh.
Good
Great
question,
question.
by the way.
I don't want to give any spoilers because most people don't know who Jessica Jones is yet. I'm very excited about it. Obviously, Daredevil set the bar pretty high, and I love the actress involved.
I love that actress.
She's fantastic.
She's
Being the
Ritter.
Department
Blah, blah,
23 was
Ritter.
great. And was also great, of course, in Breaking Bad. I don't know if we'll see Jewel. I think we may see photos of her, just like the original Alias comic did. The better question is, how far can Netflix really go? Because people don't know the storyline that's coming, but it
I
is
do.
They're going. I
dark.
think they're going to go.
Do you think they'll
Dark.
pull a Daredevil, just to stay on this topic a little bit longer,
Yeah.
do you think they'll pull a Daredevil and show the outfit at the very end, like the last
Oh, that's
scene?
interesting. Well, you know, that's
But it's
very interesting
reverse
because Jessica
Daredevil.
Jones, she doesn't end as like, now I'm going to put on a super suit and fight
Right.
crime. She already did that. So no, to answer your question, I don't. I think she's just going to be seen in photos and flashbacks. I don't think this ends with her donning a cool costume and joining the Defenders later down the road. I think she's going to be in regular
But
street clothes.
Defenders, we may get back to that in a few minutes.
Fantastic.
Next question. Green Bay 116 asks FLitZ, what is the best Marvel video game and DC video game? And between those two, which two are better?
The Arkham series has to be the best DC.
Duh.
The
Yeah.
series, you can't just go with
You
one.
can't.
Arkham
do
was
The
that.
I
best
think
DC.
you
You
can.
have
Asylum
to.
is
definitely
It's a whole
can.
thing.
Because Origins was made by someone else, technically. It wasn't Rocksteady. But okay, good answer. Keep going.
As
Really,
far as
what were you? If we were to take, sorry, but if you were to take the whole series, what game is the best?
Of Arkham?
I mean,
Yeah.
the newest one.
Thank
Really?
you.
Yeah, I love it the most.
Yeah, it's so good.
I love it. I
Mine
love
is
the world.
tanks.
I
liked
feel like
Asylum a lot.
I liked Asylum as well.
yeah, well, it's my choice.
It is
Also,
your question.
It's my question.
I mean,
That's fair.
you know what? I always enjoyed, and not because my name is in the credits, Marvel Ultimate Alliance
Oh, that's
2.
right.
Yeah,
He is the
that's-
voice
I just
of-
love playing.
I
as,
love that game. Who
I
were
would.
you?
Oh, I was a QA tester. Hey, big
Still counts.
deal.
Wait,
Still counts.
that was a villain in like the 3rd level, right?
Yeah.
It's like QA test.
QA
Just shoots bugs at you.
Yeah,
This is
but
now a feature.
the Arkham series, or if
Developer
I have to
jokes.
go with Arkham Knight, like that.
So Arkham Knight versus what you said, Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate Alliance, Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight?
It's-
Okay.
I keep going back to
Yeah.
It is a fun world to play around in, and always.
and
new
they
things
keep
to find.
updating it.
Yeah. Give me more skins. I'll keep playing. Next question is for Nicole from a longtime fan at Jinja Ninja 290. If you could choose one character from any universe to be for a day, who would it be?
Wow, that's big.
That's an easy question. You have 10 seconds.
We're talking about
Oh, gosh.
multiverses. This universe, you could in fact be me for a
my
day if you
God.
Why are you
wanted.
talking about your night elves and your Skyrim foozes?
Okay, Night Elves are World of Warcraft. So
You ever play
let's just
Skyrim
get our
Foosball? Yeah, it's great.
characters. No.
Foos row ball?
Oh, that's good. Good for you. Can we take like a moment to like fully appreciate that joke?
I think you should give your answer.
10 seconds, go.
Oh my God, was I buying time?
Yeah.
I think it'd be really rad. I mean, to be a Pokemon trainer. Like, wouldn't that be cool?
Okay.
But also,
Yeah,
like,
superhero.
but it'd be really cool to be Sheik. I think Sheik is one of the coolest
Duncan
Zelda
Sheik?
universe characters.
Iron
Because
Sheik.
she kind of
Iron
has
Sheik.
this persona that no one knows about, and like, is she a girl? Is she a guy? We don't know much about her. We don't know much about Impa. What's going on? So,
Does this
that would
look
be
into
cool.
your personal life too?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, if you read into what you want.
Hey, Sheik is a badass character that kicks a lot of ass in Super Smash. Good answer. Speaking of
sexy
answers,
Sheik.
next question.
Sexy Sheik.
This one's from at the Simpsonian. From Matt
Wait,
Raub.
at the what?
Simpsonian.
Simpsonian.
Simpsonian works
Words are
too.
hard.
Literally.
What is your theory on where Luke Skywalker is in The Force Awakens? Now, keep in mind, 4 people on this at this desk have not seen the trailer. 'cause
I
you
haven't.
don't
No,
want to.
5 of us.
Oh.
None of us. I haven't seen.
I've seen it.
Oh.
Wait.
I've seen the Force
Oh.
Awakens
Seen it.
trailer.
I've only seen the feature
So
trailer.
4 of us. I've seen none.
I-
Oh damn.
I've
I
seen
saw
all
like
of
the.
them. Like, I
oh,
watched the
you did see the new
compilation.
trailer?
I saw it.
No, he didn't watch the
Oh.
Japanese. All right.
What
All
up,
right.
okay,
I'll-
no, I didn't watch
all
the
right.
Japanese
I'm not
okay,
buying time.
cool.
I have
All
an
right.
answer to this question.
Okay.
I honestly, and I'm gonna go on record right now. Luke is Kylo Ren.
Nope.
Nope.
Pass.
Oh,
No,
you
I think
just
it's
shot
Kylo
that
Ren.
down. That is a bold theory.
There's a lot of
I feel like he
substance
could be
behind
in
it. There's a
person
lot of people that have put out
training Kylo
studies, and people are talking about it. Studies.
Study the Star
There's a
Wars new
professor.
universe.
There's a professor in
Nice.
Cambridge that put out a paper based on the 30 seconds in the trailer, how Luke Skywalker is Kylo Ren. No, I really think it makes sense.
It's in the chemtrails, people.
Yeah. I really think I want to believe that, and I only mostly because I want to be surprised, but I'm gonna go in with that mentality.
Okay.
Like, oh, he's Kylo Ren.
I will say though, to back up your theory, we've had a lot of theories on this show that normally the next week we find out are
Say
true.
theory one more time. Say it one more time.
Theory.
Got a theory?
Once we
Ooh,
had
good
Matt
buddy.
Pett on, who has a
Maybe
show called
demons?
Game Theory. I just said theory twice. I like good answer. Hey guys, that's lightning round.
Yay!
But to get into the girth of the episode, we had some
It's the
great.
first time we've ever heard that word. Hey! Big jokes.
Matt Raub's last episode.
joke.
Thanks, Matt Raub, for a great series so far. But we had some great news that we're going to give our unpopular opinions about. We got Netflix stuff. We've got Blizzard announcements, with today being the first day of BlizzCon, and some Batman rumors that are interesting. But let's start with Netflix. Now, we were talking about Jessica Jones.
No, let's start with Blizzard.
You want to
Why
start with
is there
Blizzard?
no
All right, let's start with
We
Blizzard.
all just watched this
just happened.
Warcraft trailer. Can
That's
we
true.
discuss? I'm gonna forget all
Just
about
me?
it in a
It
second.
is now
Just
out.
me?
Us too. The Blizzard has announced or has shown the first real trailer for Warcraft.
2 minutes long.
And 14
Ballin'.
seconds.
2 minutes and 14 seconds long. Personally, I thought this was the greatest Hulk trailer to date.
Oh, look, Panthro.
Yeah. It's World War Hulk.
Yeah.
But how about you guys? Has anyone here played a somewhat decent amount of World of Warcraft?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. I played
played.
World of. I played 3.
Oh, no, I played Warcraft.
You
I didn't play
played
World
I did
of.
Burning
I don't care
Crusade.
about World of.
Yeah, okay.
I played Warcraft 1, 2, and 3, and then stopped.
I kind of hope that if
Good
they
for you.
do like a St. Elsewhere thing at the end of the movie and they pull out and it's just a bunch of like fat college kids playing a LAN party.
World.
That would be amazing.
Like how great would that be? No, but seriously, I played it so I can make that
He's
joke.
not insulting anyone. He was a fat
I was
college
that
kid
fat
playing
college kid playing that
Warcraft.
game. I still am. No, I'm I don't know how I feel about this. I really love Duncan Jones, who's directing this movie. For those who don't know, he directed a movie called Moon with Sam Rockwell, which was really, really good. And he did that
also
on like
very different than the Warcraft.
well, yeah, a little bit, because he did that during the writer's strike, and he made it for like $8. And this movie, I think, is something like $245.
Little more than $8.
No, it was $8.
No, it was $8.
He went to Hollywood with $8 and a hope.
Studies.
Yeah.
Studies have been done.
Studies have been done. Same guy from Cambridge.
Oh my God, weird.
I'm a little worried because when you take someone who's more comfortable in a very small budget setting and a small world in filmmaking, and you put him in something big, Josh Trank, sometimes they go crazy. Josh Trank.
Peter Jackson? Low budget horror movies was his thing.
But that's like the evolution of a
Sam
career.
Raimi,
You
but Raimi
start
got to
small
do
and then you
Xena
get
and
big.
Yeah,
for a
Raimi got
while.
to work on a TV
Raimi got to cut
show.
his teeth for a
Also,
while.
I don't think Spider-Man is the same in scope as this movie is.
No, I would agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like he can still he can ground himself about it being like a whiny guy who wants to show his face instead of being Spider-Man.
But your Peter Jackson references, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
You have a
it's-
point.
it's-
You have a point. Like he did
Both.
low
It's a
budget.
very similar looking movie if we're going to talk
Well,
about Lord of the
absolutely.
Rings.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I just think this movie is just so big, and it's trying to be huge.
It's trying to
and
be everything.
It's
that
trying to
the
be
fans want it
everything
to
that the
be.
fans want it to be.
I think Paul Rudd's going to carry the whole
I think
thing.
Paul Rudd's character,
Nuts.
he looks
He
like
plays
it's
the
got
baby.
really great growth there. Like
Yeah.
he has the
Ragnar
big
Lothbrok.
and the
Like,
striking
Yeah, I
eyes.
thought this was a joke, but now that you're sounding too. That's not Paul
not
Rudd, right?
No, but it looks like Paul Rudd, right?
No.
No, but I don't think it's. I mean, yes, obviously it's going to be a huge movie. It's a World of Warcraft movie, but this
Just
trailer.
Just Warcraft.
Okay, it's just a Warcraft movie. Well,
the
then it's not the world, so it
province of
can't be that
Warcraft.
big. I mean, yeah, it's just like a small county of Warcraft. But this
Welcome to
trailer was.
Warcraft County.
It was a narrative trailer. Like they're telling us what the story is, what the focus is. We're gonna learn about the humans and how they're gonna be helping their enemies, and like it's a very specific story they're telling, which means they're gonna be opening themselves up to telling way more stories and more movies.
Which now, speaking of a specific story, because I was a little confused because it seems like it's the Alliance versus the Horde, the humans versus the orcs, but you have one orc who's on the human side who's fighting the other.
Well, because
It's a
half
surrogate, you
orcs
need that.
are independent usually. You can be half Draenei, half orc, half ogre.
Oh, she's doing that Skyrim thing again.
And usually they're not like born into an alliance. So like there could be
Half the audience
for-
just fell in love with you, by the way.
only
Yeah,
half.
I'm
Only
really
half.
thankful that,
The other half
like,
isn't
even though you weren't meant to be born in this era, because your mind exists in this fantastical world, it's cool.
Oh, I know. She
Yeah.
was an elf in a past life.
Yeah.
Way past life.
Fingers crossed, future life.
How about you, Jack? How does the movie look to you? So
Well,
far?
I think we were talking about the surrogate character, which you have to have. You have to come into Xavier's school through Rogue, through Kitty, through whatever. You have to. With a world this big, you've got to be someone you can
Harry
relate
Potter.
to. And I'm concerned about the trailer is that it's an orc. Like it's so CG heavy. If you join the Avengers through Hulk, that would have been weird. Like
I would have loved it.
I guess I get it, but like it's so CG heavy.
yeah.
That's the
Unless
the
you're a
thing-
woman and then you're cast by a
Right?
totally hot human.
You noticed that. You
Yeah.
pointed that out. Is that like all the male orcs are super CG and all the female orcs are like, I have green paint and one funny tooth.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
really little. It won't get in the way.
for all the cosplayers. It's all the future cosplayers.
But like wow.
Well, I
You
mean,
have a
that
good
does
point.
make sense in terms. I hadn't even thought of that in terms of cosplay. That makes sense.
That
There's gonna
can't be
a lot
a
of.
driving factor.
I would not be surprised.
It has been a driving factor in a lot of things lately.
I don't know, guys.
From people
or
pitching
Harley Quinn
cartoons and-
sounds pretty
You just made it happen. Now it's your fault.
power.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
know what to
we
do with
predict
it.
things.
But,
so you made that happen. It's
But
on
but
you.
on the point of female orcs, we did see it seemed
Yeah.
like there were some like
There were a couple.
beefy giant.
Yeah.
There was
There-
one.
There was
that
just the one in a
maybe-
cage that was like the skinny one. The other ones couldn't fit in cages.
That's true. Because
They
Can't
can't be
hold them back.
contained.
And can't be
Just like
contained.
Miley. No, I think there's.
What are you doing to the poor marshmallow man? I didn't even know this was a bank. Is this a bank?
All right. I think that there's some moments in the trailer that I think
budgets
do
in
look big. My biggest thing is I honestly looking at this, I'm like, man, what would Sam Raimi have done? Because he was attached to this movie for like 5
Oh,
years.
that's right.
Yeah.
And it would have been a very different movie. Everyone would have had a light bar across their face, which I would have been totally in for.
Like
Okay
Jordy?
with that.
Yeah. Nope.
No.
Okay.
Like Morticia
No,
Adams.
like Moonbeam
Well, like
City.
Morticia, yeah, like
Yeah,
Angelica
like Moonbeam
Houston.
City. Nice.
But you talked about the scale of just Warcraft in general and trying to be able to fit as much as you can in this movie. A press release did go out today that it was announced at BlizzCon that Blizzard now has their own. Activision Blizzard has their own studio for making movies and television series.
Yeah.
Call of Duty and Skylanders are going to be the first IPs that they're going to push out.
Yeah.
into
Yes.
the platforms.
bro.
Which it makes sense that they
Yeah.
aren't announcing a trilogy for Warcraft because it is a video game movie. This could tank. This very well could be a horrible, horrible movie.
Well, that's on Legendaries, right?
Yeah,
so
it's on
like,
Legendaries,
because
yeah.
that deal existed before the merger of Activision and Blizzard.
True.
So like, if it does tank, then Blizzard basically has potential to get back the
Yeah, they can
rights.
start
it's
over.
Basically, it's the same deal essentially that Marvel did with Paramount for Iron Man 1, right? If Iron Man 1 tanked, they're like, oh, Paramount's deal. We got a whole other thing going on
Iron
over
Man
here.
1 was great.
Yeah, and it was great, and they're like, cool. Well, we'll take it from here. We got this.
We'll ruin it from here.
I will say, I feel like watching the trailer, I was like, this is Warcraft. Like, as similar
but here's
as
my
it
issue is
to-
that we as gamers and as in the geek community are like, this is Warcraft.
Yeah.
But like, our moms, are they gonna be like, what? I don't.
My mom really likes the Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
movies.
but here's the
She'll
thing.
be like,
Lord of the Rings.
"Cool."
Lord of the Rings has existed for now 60-some-odd years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my grandma
So-
knows what Lord of the
Well,
Rings.
the
Well, then again, my
Warcraft
grandma
existed for,
might
like,
know what
20
Warcraft
years.
is. Like
Do
Warcraft
they?
is
I don't-
very popular.
I think they'll just think it's a sequel to Lord of the Rings.
Lord of
They're
the
like, "Oh,
Rings
more of the orcs." Okay.
Warcraft.
Yeah, and that's it. When you said it
Lord
looks
of the
like
Craft.
it looks like Warcraft, you're right. But it looks like a Warcraft cutscene. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like I'm
That's
in
good.
the world. It
Well,
looks like I'm
good.
watching a cutscene.
How many times have you watched a video
want
game
people.
cutscene and you're like, why isn't this a whole movie?
Because I don't want an all CG movie.
Yeah.
I want practical.
There was
Yeah.
there were people.
Hire real
That's a
orcs.
personal.
And plus,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Orc lives matter.
No.
Green lives matter.
like what is doing like a lot of this the stuff for the movie for special effects wise.
Yes.
Anyways,
Shout out
so I
to
think
Weta.
physical having practical effects in there is going to be a big part of the movie. We're going to see some great people in armor. We're going to get that vibe that you got from Lord of the Rings. I think orcs. I don't think you can do practically.
Well, these size orcs, you can.
They're huge, yeah.
I will say that the human
Male
armor
orcs.
looked pretty cool. And
It did.
I mean,
Weta
that
Workshop,
could
man.
look real dumb.
Yeah.
Because it's huge. Those
Yeah.
shoulder pads are ridiculous.
No, they
It's
are.
like War Machine looking stuff. And it looked really cool.
There were moments that looked really good, but that's my concern. Is this going to be like a splash page movie? Like, oh, that looked awesome. Oh,
Right.
that looked awesome. And then at the end of the movie, you have Spectre. and like,
substance.
wait, what just happened?
You're out after Spectre
Dude,
today.
man,
Yeah.
it looked like a painting, but it was written like a painting. So it's one of those things.
Is that a real saying?
All
Is
the
anyone else
writing of a
put
good
that saying
painting.
before?
That's a saying. That's a saying.
Sure. All right. But the Warcraft. After seeing the trailer of the movie, I have high hopes. I'm interested to see if Activision Blizzard decides to make a cinematic universe with Warcraft.
Well, my question is, beyond Warcraft, there are other properties, right? Where's the Hearthstone movie?
Yes, where all the characters
just
are.
card
Every-
games.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna do a
No, it's gonna be.
Hearthstone movie.
Oh my God! Do you think there will be a cameo in the Warcraft movie where they're sitting in a pub or something and they're playing Hearthstone?
Ooh.
Probably.
That'd be
That's
amazing.
adorable.
That's funny.
They're
I-
like, man, it's really windy outside. I really need some heroes of this storm. And then Candy Crush.
Oh no!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Then you get a StarCraft crossover with Warcraft, where they exit the StarCraft universe, fly into this world, and then Zerg versus
I mean,
orcs.
any of that is
Nope.
possible. I personally would love to see a Hearthstone Hateful Eight style. Everyone is trapped in a tavern, and the
Yes.
only way to get out is to have these weird card game battles.
or a Diablo movie.
Eh.
Okay. Next topic. Moving on along in the show, we have Netflix.
We have
obviously has-
Netflix.
Netflix.
I have
Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh, yay!
No-
Not you guys, sorry.
So Daredevil's great. Jessica Jones is looking promising, but there was going to be an Iron
Well, this
Fist.
is all speculation, right?
Yes.
This is
This is-
all rumor.
Speculation
We're in a
based
rumor
on
land.
0 sources and absolutely nothing substantial. Go on.
Thanks,
It's quote
Hollywood.
a source that has been trustworthy before. Yeah.
Yes. So there was going to be an Iron Fist series, which his
Is
stuff
probably
just keeps
still.
getting pushed and pushed and pushed.
Let's explain what Iron Fist is.
Iron Fist is a man who inherits the power of the great dragon. And basically, he becomes this amazing weapon. He's a living weapon of martial arts, and he holds the spirit of this mythical
He's a cool
beast.
character.
And it's through his fists he can do amazing things. He's a master martial artist, and he has an amazing best friend that is black.
Yeah, and Danny Rand's Iron Fist he's basically Bruce Wayne. He's a millionaire, and instead of brooding and beating up thugs,
He's
trains.
zen. He's good.
He becomes zen,
Yeah.
exactly. And the Iron Fist is a sort of superpower, if you will, where he focuses the energy and has the Iron Fist. But yes, it was very blaxploitation film, kung fu era movie thing where he's got this big silly collar.
Yeah.
It really played to that.
He's
And,
best friends with Luke Cage.
Luke Cage is
You
a
just let
far
your hand
better
on that.
character.
I love Luke Cage
He's
as
a
a
far
character.
better. Well, he's a better
Well,
character than Iron Fist.
Before we
Yeah.
fall
Better
into
character.
too much love with Iron Fist, he might not be getting a series. He
Right.
may get a Netflix original movie, and in its place, we'll get a Punisher movie.
That is
A
all.
Punisher
Punisher series.
All theory, by the way.
Oh,
In
yeah.
fact, I think the article is the one who pitched the Punisher idea and is like, so is it going to happen? Like, well, you just said it, so.
Well, in
don't
that
know.
case, we also aren't really doing Defenders anymore. We were talking about this. We're now looking more at the Marvel Knights.
Well, it was always Marvel Knights, right? You were always
Yeah.
looking at Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist.
They're all Marvel Knights.
They're always going to be Marvel
Is it
Knights.
like the Peach Pit After Dark, like Marvel Knights?
It's with a K.
Reference with a K.
After dark, that's your reference.
Yeah, sometimes I go back.
It's
it's so good.
It's with a K, like with armor and shit.
I like cool.
My problem with this rumor is that I just feel bad for Iron Fist because he's a great
He's a fictional character.
well, I still can feel for him.
Yeah.
He can afford it.
He was supposed to get a movie a long time ago starring Ray Park, which I'm just a fan of Ray Park, Darth Maul, and all that.
But he's
not a good actor.
He's not a good actor.
It's real bad.
But
Yeah.
He's a great martial
Just-
artist.
yeah, I just wanted it to happen for him. But then I was like, oh yeah, the world finally gets to see Iron Fist in a series.
I
Now
think it would
maybe
be
a
cool
movie.
for
I'm
people to
okay.
explore who that character
Yeah.
is, because like you two know a lot about Iron Fist, but I don't know a ton about Iron Fist.
Right.
And if he's part of that Defenders, Marvel Knights, Peach Pit After Dark universe, then I think that'd be cool to explore that. And I don't understand why his character and world would fit best as a movie.
Because movies like The Raid
Raid was
brought
great.
martial arts
But
back
also-
effectively. Like they could do
the
it,
amount of story though in the raid
There's
is
zero
minimal.
story.
and
It's,
we know
let's
it's
get
a superhero.
upstairs.
but see the thing is like
For old people, it's
they
hard.
don't care. Like martial arts is hard to do in this modern day and age for one reason or another. But the raid seems to be a thing that's stuck and it's sticking. So the action is something that they want to capture. And I feel like Iron Fist could be that thing.
I feel like we've seen that with Daredevil, though. I think Iron
No, we
Fist
saw it in
needs to
one
be-
scene.
But I mean,
Sorry,
every
this is an
episode
old
he
argument
fought
for me.
ninjas.
Yes.
And like
Yeah.
literally every
Yes.
episode.
Yeah, but he's
I
like
think-
beat up and stabbed and hurt the entire
Yeah, which
time
is
and
great.
not at
Which
100%.
that made him very real. I think Iron Fist needs to be Big Trouble in Little China. Like Iron Fist needs to be over the top.
yeah, 'cause Danny is
flashy
silly.
kung fu, lasers coming out, bad guys kind of thing. That's just me. And one final thing, and this will seem silly, but if you've seen Iron Fist's costume, I don't know if it went up on screen. Sorry, I missed
green
it, but,
and yellow?
Well, his costume is a little silly, but his mask is exactly how they redesigned Daredevil's
Daredevil.
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah,
so
that's a
a
great
normal-looking
Yeah.
Iron Fist is
Too
just
many
going to look like
similarities.
Daredevil. I don't know how you fix that.
That's
like
a good point.
They already used up
He'd
that
be like
costume
Reverse
design.
Flash, where it's just like, let's not try
Just different
too
colors.
hard.
Yeah.
Like,
Just swap palette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Palette swap.
I like
Daredevil.
that, but yellow.
Yeah. So he'll be original Daredevil. Actually, that's
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
See, he's
Which-
Daredevil again. Yeah.
Could you
Oh, well,
imagine a
that's-
fight between Daredevil at 100% against Iron Fist?
He
That-
would,
Well, you're gonna get that. You're gonna
Flitz
get.
is like he would lose.
You're gonna get that with Punisher. A lot of that in the next season. I mean, from what I'm hearing, they're lifting a lot from the Daredevil versus Punisher miniseries.
No, it's great.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Great.
which is really good.
I think I'm gonna pick that up on Amazon and read it then.
not a
Yeah.
sponsor. Also,
Could be a
the
sponsor,
thing-
though.
Could
the thing
be.
about that is bringing up how similar like it would be to do an Iron Fist series.
Yeah.
Unless they go through all of his training as a monk until he becomes
wanna
Iron, but
watch
even
that.
afterwards, it's
Yeah.
fairly similar.
Is that
So a
okay that I don't
movie,
want to see his training? Like it's
I
Bruce
don't
Wayne.
care
I get
either.
it.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched.
I wanna
enough
see his
I'll
training
take
with
a
the magic.
montage.
Give me a montage.
Yeah.
Give me a montage.
Or like give me some of the cheese stuff. Like that's something we've never seen in this
Focusing
universe.
the
So let's do
cheese.
some
Yeah.
of that.
yeah, like cheddar, mozzarella.
I feel like a couple of things need to happen.
Nikole, you're the best.
Week 3 is Gouda.
Love the Pepper Jack episode gets spicy.
yes.
I'm gonna go. This was great.
We got cheese.
The
Joe.
Marvel
2 is done.
Then Marvel has like this cheese platter to like push the new series.
Yeah.
That's great. Sorry, I'm done.
Crickets.
No more cheeses.
Crickets.
I feel like
Cheese
you
in a
could have
can.
recovered. and
Cheese.
then-
Oh, cheese in an Iron Man can. Come
So
on.
let's move
Cheese
on.
in a can.
And
What?
Okay.
I don't know.
Derail.
He's on his
Cheese
own
isn't a
world.
I
sponsor.
love
either.
cheese.
cheese could be.
I think that there's not, and look, everyone, please prove me wrong in the comments. I don't think there's enough Iron Fist fans to like start a petition to fix this or like,
No.
oh, I demand a series. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Are there enough Jessica Jones fans to create a Jessica Jones show?
No, but
though?
there's enough.
They had
Here
another
we
woman,
are.
though,
I think a
so-
series of things needs to happen before they can make that decision. I think that they need to see how Jessica Jones performs
Agreed.
because everyone's like, oh, Daredevil. I saw
Yeah.
Ben Affleck. I'm going to see this. Whoa, it's so great.
Yep.
She is so out of left field, this character in this world, and it's going to be super dark, so it's not friendly for kids, I hope. I feel like there's a couple of things that need to happen. I feel like Doctor Strange, that needs to at least
Open magic. to the
Open
world.
magic.
Yeah.
I think that the audience needs to start to accept that in the MCU.
When will we have too many weird things?
Never.
Between
never.
magic
Comic books.
and
It's the Marvel universe. We need weird
there's
things because right now,
Inhumans.
if we're getting weird Robert Redford spy movies every year, I don't want that. Like I as good as that was, as good as Winter Soldier was, I think we need a balance of the two. I think we
Yeah.
need space. I think we need magic. I think we need soldiers.
Yeah.
That's what we need. But I think that also there's
Space,
others.
magic,
I think
and
the
soldiers, oh
Badlands
my.
show, which I think is coming out on
Yeah.
AMC. I think something like
Yeah.
that. If that takes off and people are like, oh, there's an interest in martial arts again in pop
Yeah.
culture, that's when we'll get something like that.
Okay.
Until then, I don't know.
well,
And
playing-
when I said fans wouldn't, say like I need it, if they cancel the Luke Cage series,
Oh,
fans
yeah.
go
There are
insane.
so many
Like,
fans of
yeah.
Luke Cage.
FLitZ, so that says
So
something crazy.
I'm riding.
No, I'm with you, man.
but
I need
Solo
that
Man
show.
Mark.
Now,
March.
going back to the first Daredevil series, obviously it was very popular. I'm sure they had plans for a season 2. I wonder if they had plans for a season 2 as soon as they're not going to have it. So if you have Punisher in season 2 of Daredevil and he's just a big hit, super popular, would they be like, this is what the fans want, give him his series
We've
now?
gotten so much Punisher, though. I don't need any more Punisher. All I need is for
Really?
him to
But-
show up and be like, "That's the Punisher." We've had
had
Tom
3 of them.
Jane. We've
Yeah.
had
But never widely.
Dolph Lundgren.
There's
Dolph Lundgren.
opportunity,
Let's never
I
forget.
think,
Yeah.
with a lot of military personnel returning home, and with Frank Castle is basically former military, right? Like,
just make a fucking Deer Hunter movie already. Like I get it. I get it.
I think
there's a
we're-
place to relate.
Yeah,
there,
we're
I
in a
think,
time of
maybe.
where we now have superheroes being done right. And as much as I like the other 2 Punisher movies,
Yeah, like
this could be-
Supergirl and
Yeah,
Gotham.
well,
Well, like with the Punisher is refreshing in that so many of the superhero shows, like even if you go into DC when they have Arrow
Like
and Flash,
Gotham.
and sure Gotham, if I watched it, I'm
Don't-
sure
don't
I would
acknowledge
refer
it.
to it. Then,
They'll
but
all
like
see
it's
you.
just like these heroes are so like we have to do the good thing and we can't hurt people and everybody due process and like I like that the Punisher's not gonna. I want someone who's gonna actually hurt bad guys.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Punisher shoots them in
We're
the
learning
face.
a
Yes,
lot
I
about
like
that.
that, and it's a nice refreshing pace from like you know.
An anti-hero is needed, but also
Yeah,
stuff like Preacher's
we're
gonna be
also
hitting.
again in the era of anti-heroes. You have the Guardians of the Galaxy doing really well. Deadpool obviously is getting a lot of attention.
Preacher.
Preacher.
Which 10 years ago we were like, hey, there's going to be a Preacher show on AMC. Like,
Lucifer.
get the hell out of
I mean,
here.
Fox actually picked that up. They were like, "Hey, yeah,
They
we
picked
want-
up
Yeah.
12. We'll see if it makes a full season.
I liked it.
I like the Lucifer
Middle
character in
America
the Sandman stories.
No.
Sandman guys.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sandman would be great. That was isn't Joseph Gordon-Levitt attached to that somehow?
I think they're like going back and forth between a Showtime movie and a Showtime show, and I'm not really sure where they stand on that.
Just give it to stars. They're right now.
You're saying
Ash
Ash
versus Evil Dead.
Dead.
Holy
Haven't
crap.
seen it. Need to see it.
So good. It's so
friggin'
good.
perfect.
Free
Yeah.
first episode, free online. Watch it. Not a sponsor.
But I don't want
Could
to watch it on my
be.
computer. I want to watch it on my television without transferring files. Anyways,
HDMI cord.
too far. Too many wires.
You can't get that on his Surface tablet.
Now, we were talking about some rumors here. Let's engage ourselves in some more rumors, this time in the Batman universe. Or, yay, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. That's a thing. How about the Batman solo film being rumored to have ties in with the Under the Red Hood story and Death in the Family. Not Death of the Family, Death in the Family. Death of the Family is another storyline.
story.
That's the
Let's not
end. That's when it
confuse
all
the two.
ends. Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't. So we could be having the Red Hood in a Batman standalone film, which then goes back to Dawn of Justice.
Donald
having
Duck.
Donald Dusk.
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck of Justice.
Donald
Can't
Duck.
wait.
Having the Robin outfit with the ha 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 on it. So okay, Jason Todd dies, comes back, solo film, Red Hood. Thoughts?
I feel
is
like I
that
need to
s-
translate
Yeah,
everything you just said.
there was a sentence somewhere.
But like that's 3 movies. So you have Dawn of Justice, Suicide Squad, standalone Batman movie, and it all focuses on like this one little story. Like that's.
because they
Like,
would be
expand the
they would be
universe.
reestablishing the Joker.
But he's gonna be in Suicide Squad, which comes out before a standalone Batman movie. So are we going back in time?
They're reintroducing him. Yeah, they're gonna reintroduce the Joker. I mean, I could see
No,
it.
I
This
don't
is
wanna
all
do
rumors,
that.
but I could see how it could be Jason Todd.
Yeah. Well,
is
honestly,
fine.
if you want Jared Leto to be able to steal the scene and just be like, oh my God, that's the Joker, you give him a scene where he kills Jason Todd. and you watch that happen,
But the
you're like,
audience
holy
doesn't
crap.
know Jason Todd.
I'm still sticking
There's
to
no
my theory,
attachment to them.
based solely on what you're saying. My theory that Jason Todd becomes the Joker.
Yeah.
Right. Based
Yeah.
on
Not that he
that's-
kills him.
That's the
No.
online
Yeah.
theory
He
because we've
becomes
seen
the
the jacket with
Right.
the 2 bullet holes and
You've
say,
seen the
haha, Leto
scars.
has the scars, that the Joker is in fact Jason
And it makes
Todd.
sense as he was a bad kid, and if he was captured by the Joker, tortured, that
Now,
whole syndrome.
I know.
thing.
I honestly, I really want it to be where there was no Joker prior to Jason Todd.
Ooh.
I want him literally to be the
Ooh.
birth of the Joker because in this dark world, which is obviously the theory that everyone's kicking around online, in this
Thor
dark
the
world
Dark
is supposed
World.
to be Thor the Dark World. In this world where everyone is supposed to be so hyper realistic, I think that a vigilante that takes a boy out with him to do these vigilante-esque things would snap and go crazy. So why the hell not make it real? I think that's perfect.
It's like child actors.
Now, okay, I know
Always
at
turns
this.
out great.
Wow. I know at this
And
table,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt comes back. Also,
He
Jared
could be
Leto,
Batman.
my so-called life.
Working out some issues. Yeah.
now I know at this table here, we like the idea of like this new, fresh story, but let's look at people that hate things when they.
Are you
when
referring to the
canon-
table as a new fresh story from Unpopular Kids? Is that
Yeah,
what you're doing?
from the table.
No.
People sometimes hate
Death
things
on
that
the
aren't
table.
canon. When you change
Death on the
something that they were used to beforehand, they get upset. So having this crazy change where Jason Todd is now the Joker, how do you think everyone else will actually take to it?
If they don't like it, that's their problem. Things
Well,
change. It's a cinematic universe.
It's not just their
Wow.
problem.
Executive
It's not
at
just
Warner
their
Brothers.
problem. It
That's
then
their
becomes the studio's problem
Check
because too many people
yourself.
don't like it. They don't spend money on it. It's bad because they change too much.
They're going to like it.
And the Joker we know, the Heath Ledger Joker, had no backstory. He told a different origin story every 15 minutes. That was his.
Well, that's what's
character's
great about the Joker in general.
loopiness.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I disagree.
like we don't know his
That he
backstory
doesn't have
from
an
the
origin.
movie
I like that.
universe.
There's
want-
multiple
He has an
origins.
origin.
Killing
He's Jack
joke?
Napier.
No,
Well,
that is
Stand-up
a
comic at
origin
large.
story.
It fell into a vat. That's great.
Or is it? Even in that story, he's like, I don't know if that's true. I don't
No,
know if that's
it's
really
great.
my memory. He says that on
that's-
the rooftop. He's
it's
like, I don't know
law.
if it's real.
It's law.
All right.
It's law.
Well, listen, I guess here's the deal, and you can take this as a shot against DC movies or not, but I have no vested interest because I know they're going to reboot it in 2 years anyway. So, like,
Shots
that
fired,
is a shot.
DC.
I don't care. Like,
Shots fired.
It's not that I don't care. I'm sorry. I will be there watching that movie and really enjoying it. But like, if the Marvel universe suddenly switches something up drastically like that and makes it something I think it's like Adam Sandler's Captain Marvel, I'll be like, well, that sucks because that's continuity now.
Well, no,
Hang
that
on
sucks
a
because
second.
Adam Sandler. He doesn't watch this, does he?
I'm saying that
He
well,
could be.
I don't want Adam Sandler as Carol Danvers Captain Marvel. So I'm trying to, I don't want Jack and Jill.
I'm
Yeah.
flying in space.
So if you do that,
Agents of
I'm
Shield.
going to be livid because that's the continuity. You've got a TV show. You've got even the comics are going to the continuity, and all the movies have one storyline. DC, it's like they're all different. It doesn't matter. And even we've got Flash on the TV, which is now even giving us alternate universes, so they
Yeah.
can literally use that just like the Star Trek reboot did of like, oh yeah, different timelines. That's great.
Okay,
like,
well-
that's a cool, neat idea, but it doesn't mean that that's even the Joker. It doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I do like the idea, and I hope they do that storyline, and I hope the world takes to it. But speaking of these Batman rumors, we're going to move into another segment where I want to talk about, I think, a very ridiculous rumor where in Dawn of Justice, Ben Affleck is not the Bruce Wayne that we think he is. He's actually, he's Slade Wilson. Wow, that's a great to the people watching or
He's
listening
not-
on
he's not
SoundCloud, you
who we
didn't see that
think
image
he
that popped up.
He's not who we think he is.
So this actually takes place in the Nolan verse.
Did you say Slade Wilson?
Yeah.
Slade
Have you heard this
Wilson
rumor?
It's
takes
a
over
So the rumor
Bruce Wayne as
is
it
the rumor is Bruce Wayne dies at the end of Rise of the Dawn of the Batman of Dark
Of
Knight.
Right, okay.
Justice.
And they need a moniker to take over Batman. Slade Wilson, a hired assassin, decides to take it on himself.
Wow.
No one
Yeah.
objects.
Nope. Everyone's like,
I
"Guy."
object.
No. Alfred leaves the door open at the Batcave. He gets
Yeah.
in.
He's in Paris chilling.
Yeah, he's
Slade
just
gets
chilling.
into the Batcave, finds the glass Sammy Davis Jr. eye that Bruce bought.
To be clear, we're not
Claps it in
talking
his
about
head.
Wade
I'm the
Wilson, Deadpool. This is
No,
Slade
Slade
Wilson.
Wilson.
who
Yeah.
Deadpool
Wilson.
is based on as a
Yes.
joke.
Yes.
Just to be clear.
So this segment that you guys may have seen in other episodes, we're going to toss to right now. It's called Make It Work.
Yeah. Hit it. Hit it.
Are we supposed to
No, wait.
make-
Oh, there it is.
Hit it. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Is this new?
You really mean make it work? Like,
Yeah.
I get it now.
There it is.
Hey.
Man, these drugs are kicking in.
Thanks for that bumper being sent in. Now remember, you guys, you can actually send us bumpers for any of these segments.
And we promise we may or may not air them on time.
Yeah, maybe. But again, you can tweet us your bumpers. Just use the hashtag Unpopular Kids.
Unpopular.
So for this episode or this section of Make It Work, I want you to make this weird theory make sense.
I think
Which
I just
one?
did.
About Slade Wilson being.
Okay.
I think the theory. I think you
Bruce?
want to make it work where the Nolan universe is canonical.
Yeah, the Nolanverse and the Snyderverse are together.
Okay, well, here's first I'll say my problem. Let's figure out how to fix it. Is that Slade Wilson is a merc for hire. He's never wanted to help anyone, but he has a daughter who kind of follows in trade. So maybe he raises her up. Something goes horribly wrong. Batman.
To kill Batman and family.
Let's say his daughter is in peril. Batman is the only one who can help. Go
In
on.
the trailer, is he holding a little girl when he's looking up at the building in the laser beam?
I think when he grabs a child that was going to be hit by falling debris, right?
What is
Could
her
that have been
character
his
name? Does
daughter?
anyone remember? I can't remember.
Ravenage. Ravage.
Ra-
Ravage.
ra-
I don't remember
Those
her
aren't
name.
words.
Reapage.
It's like
Bless you.
Revanche.
Revanche.
Revanche?
I think it's
Is that-
Revanche.
Her
French.
name
Isn't that
is
Psylocke's
Revenge.
other name?
Yeah, it might also be silent.
Anyway, so girl Deathstroke.
Lady
Girl
Stroke.
Lady Stroke.
It cannot, no. Not even.
Moving
What
past
are we
that
calling it? Is it fair play?
Fair play?
Does that work? Lady stroke? Can we make it
No.
a thing? All right.
Okay.
As the girl at the table, she did
Okay,
beat us.
so yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that Bruce. Maybe it's that sort of. I don't want to get too nerdy here, but 2 years ago we had the
Go for
Spider-Man
Yeah,
storyline
why
where
start
Doc
now?
Ock took over his brain, blah blah blah. And in that final moment where Doc Ock was the winner and took over Peter Parker's brain, he had a moment where he's like, "Oh no, I have to be a better person." Blah blah blah. Maybe this is it. Maybe Slade switches over as he watches his daughter die, but realizes that Batman's the only one who tried to help her, or maybe she doesn't die. I don't know. But Batman is the one, and now he has to take on the mantle because he has that loss. That's the only thing I can think of, because otherwise it's for money and fame, or it's a switch at the end.
Okay.
He just wants the house.
All right,
I don't know.
let's
Just want
make it
someone.
work. How does the
Okay,
Nolanverse and the
you
Snyderverse
take
combine?
Nicholas Slade.
Wait, the guy that wrote the Notebook?
Yeah, Nicholas Slade
Damn
and
it,
Bruce Travolta
What?
John Travolta?
face off. No,
You're doing a face-off.
Face-off Joe.
I see what you did there.
That was a long walk.
Take his face.
Yeah, we got there.
you know, if I feel like Slade as a mercenary, what do you give a person who seems to always be going after money but infinite funds? And if you take Slade and you give him all of the money that Bruce Wayne, because we don't know who Bruce Wayne's friends were, so if he eventually wound up becoming like, he's done. Batman does weird things. He has
Like
these
make friends with little
fail-safes.
kids and make them fight.
like
Whips
Yeah.
and a sex swing.
So basically,
training
Bruce
zone.
dies. There's this secret message for Slade. It gets to Slade, and Slade is reluctant until Superman comes on the scene, and he's way too powerful. Slade doesn't have to worry about money anymore, and he's worried about raising his daughter in this world where he can protect her. He becomes the Bat, and during the day, he can't be Bruce, so he would have to just be Slade, or does he face off and he puts on Bruce Wayne's face
I like it.
and he becomes Bruce Wayne, and he also, when Robin comes back as the Joker, he thinks it's Bruce, and there's this big crazy fight.
Okay, I like it. For my make it work on how I make the universes come together is I've been wanting this.
I think I'm going to do mine first. My idea.
I
I really like the idea. So,
We're going in
so
order
on the
of
TV
people.
show,
There are
The
rules.
Flash.
No, do not take away the.
On the TV show, The Flash.
The rules need to combine, just
No,
like in the Flash. I've
no,
been saying the TV verse should be the movie.
No. That's
And
my
no,
theory.
all
That's my
the
theory. Is actually what it
multiverse,
is.
because the riffs in this season of Flash. Don't take this from me.
No. So what it is, I think there's
Flash, and so Nolan's Batman can come
Earth 2.
into the Snyderverse, and that is how you have. Christopher Nolan's Batman with Zack
Christopher
Snyder's
Lloyd's
Batman
Batman.
fighting together. Boom! Unite! Don't unite the
We have to
seven.
go bat. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have lost all control of this show. So
never
don't unite
had
the
it.
seven, unite the verses. What was that? Oh, that was your phone that
Oh, it came
you're
out of my
dropping all over the
pocket.
place. All right, so yeah, unite the TV verse with the movie verse. Nicole, make it work.
I feel like you guys are going like, you guys are just making up the dumbest stuff.
It's comic books.
I mean, I think
There's a syringe and a ball pen.
that happens. Wouldn't it just be easiest to make Alfred? I talked about this at the panel. Jeremy Irons' Alfred is actually Christian Bale. He got old. He now is training Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who grew up into Ben Affleck, went from Nightwing to Batman.
There's a lot of weird casting decisions.
You know what? Yeah, of all the things we've talked about, those are weird. No, but that's it. Dude grew old, other dude trained him, and now everyone's happy.
Yeah, you had Nightwing take on the mantle for a while, and then you also mix in a little Batman Beyond into the mix, and you get your story.
And
I like
that
it.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So JGL, instead of wearing the Bruce Willis nose, he's wearing the Affleck butt chin.
It's like it's in his contract, much like Sam Rockwell has to dance, that Joseph Gordon-Levitt has to wear some kind of face prosthetic. Yeah.
I don't make these things up.
Well,
You just
technically you just
did.
did. That is the point of the
Fact.
segment. Matt Raub, make it work.
All right, so the Flash creates a portal on the TV show The Flash.
Sounds familiar.
And he's able to go from world to world, and in this world to world, he finds Ben Affleck, and he brings him to the Christopher universe.
The Christoverse.
Christoverse.
Ooh.
It's a very religious universe.
Amen.
I think you're mispronouncing it.
Nope. I think no. Honestly, I honestly think that the Slade Wilson idea kind of could play, and I think it's kind of he is a hired merc, but I think he comes in. I really like yours.
I think we like saying the word merc
just
too.
say,
Yeah.
hey, that's not Bruce Wayne's face, other than your face-off idea.
Face off idea is pretty good.
Great.
Yeah.
But why are people just like, oh, Slade Wilson, cool?
Maybe he was in a car wreck and that's his cover, just like Luke Skywalker with
So-
the Wampa.
Yeah.
Kanye.
And Kylo Ren.
And Kanye.
I know
I
that
think-
really happened. Well, the Wampa.
I mean,
never
he
mind.
didn't become a Wampa, but that is why the Wampa.
I didn't say he became. He's a Wampa wolf.
thought you said he
If a
became a
Wampa bites you,
Wampa.
you become a Wampa wolf.
Wendigo.
And we've lost it. Guys, thank you so much for
full
watching
moon
Unpopular
No, I think that there's a
Kids.
way if the Flash. Are you done? Really?
I was if you can get us back on
Earth
track.
2!
Yeah, Earth 2.
Okay, it's Earth 2. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been Unpopular Kids this week. Again, thank you so much, Jack Conway, for stopping by and
Thank
talking
you.
with us.
Thank you for
Where
having
can we
me.
find
Thank
your
you.
stuff?
You can find me on iTunes at Punch Drunk TV, and please listen to our podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Flatline Jack.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Remember, tweet us your lightning round questions or using hashtag Unpopular Kids. We'll see you later.